And welcome back to the WGLNA Gold League Season 1. I'm your host, Christian Toma. To my left, David Williams, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to check us out on Facebook and YouTube /WGLNA. As always, if you're not watching this on battleviewer.com, go over there right now and check it out. And also follow us on Twitter @WGLNA so you guys can check out the question of the day.
Which map is your favorite to watch this season? Ghost Town was certainly interesting last time, but my original answer was Himmelsdorf. I'm sticking with it.
All right, my original answer was Mines, and I'm still going to stick with that as well until we see something else crazy, or until I, personally, see something else crazy coming out. And guys, if you just missed Simp versus High Voltage. High Voltage beating Simp 5-2, a team that I actually doubled up on fantasy points, so unfortunately. But that's the past. We're going to forget about the past. Up next, we have our final matchup, Lamp. Going to be going against Game Over, and the face-off is ready on the side of Lamp. We have Starshield on the side of Game Over. We have Mega. Gentlemen, welcome to the face-off.
Hi there again, guys.
Oh, good. Now, going Starshield, we're going to go ahead and start with you. We understand you guys have had a kind of a tough time as a team so far this season. I'm very sorry to hear about that, but your last matchup against Rival, you guys had a drastic improvement and almost came out just losing a tiebreaker. Do you guys feel as if your biggest problems as a team are behind you?
All behind us, perhaps not, but I'm glad to hear, though, that on your end you saw it as a very much a coming back, because it has been for us. Everyone's very much back in the game.
Correct.
There was a bit of, everyone being a bit depressed about all what happened, but no, very much, I believe, we're finally back in the seat and gunning it. Not in the best of form, obviously, but still doing better.
Sure.
One step at a time. That's a huge step as it is.
Yeah,
already,
absolutely.
So definitely visible. Now, we saw Baby Halo back last week, and we know he's been gone for a while. Is he finally able to play the rest of the season again?
If he had his way, yes. He would be playing the entirety of the rest of the season. But no, I would highly expect to see him on a more regular basis.
Great.
All right. Now, over on the side of Mega, for Game Over Mega. Now, we understand that you guys deal with some bad ping. How do you guys practice or play with that going into this, going into matchups?
Yeah, that's we learn in the daily basis. It's something we have to just deal with. So we carry on.
Sure.
That's pretty much all you can do.
Yeah.
So, are you as a team learning anything new this season in particular that you feel will help you in your remaining matches?
Can you repeat?
Have you learned anything so far that you think is going to be important in your remaining matches?
Oh, definitely. We are seeing some matches from the European League and Korean League, and seeing what they are doing to improve. And of course, we have our own gameplay, so we just adjust that to our gameplay.
All right, yeah, it seems like that's just a great way to keep learning. I'm glad you guys are learning stuff in this season as it goes on. Starshield, do you have any words for Mega before we start the match?
Unfortunately, nothing more than the usual. Best of luck, and I hope to see you in the matches.
Fantastic. Mega, anything in response?
Good luck, man, and good match for you too.
Well, before we let him go, I just want to apologize directly to you, Mega, and I'm going to elaborate this a little bit more when we hang up, but for insinuating that you guys were up to no good or cheating last time. As I've said, I'll elaborate more after we hang up, but I want to apologize directly to you.
Yeah, we appreciate that. I don't want to stay in this matter. I just appreciate your apology.
Awesome, gentlemen. Best of luck tonight in the matches, and we'll see you guys soon.
So, more specifically, I apologize directly for insinuating that Game Over was violating the rules whatsoever. They weren't. They've been violated clean and clear. And I will refrain from my overzealous speculation and stick just to doing my job about talking about tanks as it is.
Sounds good. I think that's safe for everyone. The one thing I also want to point out, Starshield saying he apologizes that he only has the usual to say over to Mega, but man, I mean, anything said from that guy to me, I would take as just a huge compliment. I mean, again, his voice, just so mystical. So beautiful.
It's got gravity to it.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Now looking at the matchup that we have for you guys tonight, before we actually get into it, let's take a look right off the bat of the rosters on both of these sides of the team, for the side of Lamp and Game Over. David, members that you think will be playing tonight. Not playing, but performing tonight.
Well, according to Lamp, Baby Halo will be playing. I've also heard a rumor that JoJo Jackie's going to be playing a Tier 8 instead of a Tier 6, which is going to be a big, big deal. We'll elaborate a little bit more on that if we see it happen.
Okay.
But as it is, other than that, game over. The same usual suspects we've seen so far. Henrique Dante is typically one of the better players overall. Right. But we'll see exactly who comes out to play tonight.
Yeah, talking about the matchup that Lamp has, it's kind of a similar matchup going against Rival, where they were still playing against teams that were on the lower end of the bracket, and they did really, really good. They fared against them. Obviously, Lamp needs victories, right? But Game Over also needs victories. Both these teams really need these victories. Do you think we're going to see a very Lamp performing almost the same as last time, or hopefully that's what we're seeing?
Well, to be completely fair, completely honest, if Lamp plays the best of their ability, they should win. They should, but that doesn't mean Game Over isn't improving. I don't think they showed it in the last game they played. The game before that was significantly better. So if they can harness back what that was,
all right.
Obviously, we won't get back into it, but I think Game Over has a better chance of doing well today than they did last time for a variety of reasons. But either way, same story with Lamp, and I believe the match is getting underway. That's
right. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, what the story unfolds tonight as Lamp versus Game Over. Our fourth and final match is ready to go. Let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for our tanks.
So for Lamp, two 5100s, two IS-3s, two T-32s, and AMX-12T. For Game Over, two 5100s, two IS-3s, a T-32, a T-54 lightweight, and a T-37.
Look at it, looking play on Ghost Town again. I'll say back-to-back maps there for our viewers. Lamp, actually, one thing I do that always kind of interests me looking into these lineups. When you're on defense, generally we see more hit points going versus the side of attack. When you see something like this, when you see the defenders having less than the attackers, is that pretty indicative of a strategy they're going for?
In general, yes. I don't think these teams are so much. I don't think Game Over in this instance is so much worried about hit points as much as the specific lineup they have for the reasons they have it. If they're worrying about hit points, they wouldn't have a T-54 lightweight. But if they didn't have the T-54 lightweight, the strategy would be overall weaker. A similar story. The reason I think a lot of teams bring, I believe, often more hit points on offense. Is because they have to get through that defensive barrier. On defense, they'll bring more points just because then you're
heavier tank.
It's harder to kill. You really don't have to go as far, so you can use the heavier tanks.
Right.
But it very rarely is a lineup picked specifically around hit point values and hit point matching, unless it's something specifically crafted for that. In which, say if we saw a KV5 from the past, a lot of times you brought the KV5 for hit points to make it too hard to unseat somebody from a position, or it's kind of a complicated discussion, honestly. But what it comes down to is I think both of these teams picked their lineups based around the tanks that they wanted for the reasons that those tanks are good and how those tanks are used.
Okay.
But less about the actual hit point values.
All right, well, Aggressor in that AMX-12T starting the cap pressure, which is now down to 72 seconds. That seems like a very small tank, a really good little kind of place to be in that pivot there over on the northern cap. And looking as ML Lopez driving up in his light tank on the C1 line, they don't have Game Over. Game Over doesn't have anyone in that position. We usually see resets going through. Orange Cataphract coming across that T-32. Not the line of fire that he needed, as he takes about half of his health in damage over from, it looked like Baby Halo and Super Destructo, Tyrannosaur, and their T-32s. And Game Over slowly making their way through the center cap, maybe trying to find a good position. Aggressor, 337 points of damage coming out from Orange Cataphract, dropping below half health. A beautiful pickup and forcing him actually to get off of the cap. And rightly so. Invade also taking some damage there. ML Lopez in his T-37 starting to get in that position, letting some shots fly. Nothing connecting quite yet. Let's see how many of those he holds as he's backing back down. Smiley Rage fighting against Mega over here in the corner. And Game Over doing a good job, at least so far, of keeping Lamp off of that cap.
So both these 54s from Game Over looking for an angle to get in here. JoJo Jackie is indeed on a Tier 8, and he is behind the line to try and make sure he can catch any flanks. However, Heish and his T-54 lightweight is even further on the flank. You can see JoJo Jackie, and honestly should be able to do quite a bit of damage to him. JoJo looking like he's going to die here in not too long, and it's honestly a very tricky thing for Lamp to save him. So I would consider him done.
All right, well, let's see if that happens or if Lamp can do anything Obviously, they don't want to sacrifice any sort of lead or tanks. So they have Super Tyrannosaur running into the corner. Heish gonna go and find Jojaki, like you were saying. And Super trying to make his way across the corner. Fight Breast Cancer picking up Enrique Dante. And Super Destructo finding Orange Cataphract. Now 2 tanks down for the side of Game Over, just 1 for the side of Lamp. Let's see if they can continue and to hold this victory that they have right now, or if Game Over can come back from just a tank deficit. Not too much, because the HP is still in their lead. 80 seconds on the cap. Baby Halo taking some damage. Heish fighting Super Destructo Tyrannosaur, evening that one back up and having the health increasingly in their favor. And now Gandorfo, Dracula, and Mega all in the corner here. Mega is on the reload. Gandorfo taking some damage. Baby Halo gonna respond. 389 going into that T-32. And now Smiley and Invade come around the corner trying to find Drac before, Mega before he has reloaded. Finding Drac. A few more shots. Mega will go down. Let's see if Smiley can finish him off. He is on reload. Drac will take one more shot into Smiley and take him down. Iron Street going down, but Invade gonna pick up Mega. A 1-for-1 exchange, and Baby Halo picking up Gandorfo. The overmatch is coming out strong for the side of Lamp, but now it's a 3v3 as Heish picks up Baby Halo himself. Drac Hero in the center, no shots. Invade gonna pick him up before he finds Heish in that defense. And now Aggressor. Looks like he wants to collapse here on this T-54. ML Lopez. Let's see if he can get into the fight soon enough to save his teammate here. Game over. Heish is on the run. No, looks like he's stopping to take some shots and to Invade. Not sure that was a smart thing to do. Maybe it was the only thing he could do, knowing that his fate is sealed. 700, 900, dead. Invade picking that one up, and now just ML Lopez remains with 1 minute and 50. Plenty of time for Lamp to cap. David, do you think there's any real danger coming out for the side of Lamp, or do they pretty much have this one in the bag?
Oh, they have this one in the bag. Now,
Great.
the T-37 could cause some troll problems. Pop up there, get a reset or 2, and get away. It's extremely unlikely.
Okay. But if they do,
it's theoretically possible.
Great. We have seen crazier things happen, but 3 tanks now for the side of Lamp. Fight Breast Cancer, Aggressor, and Invade. An IS-3, a 12T, and a 5100 against a T-37. Cap going now down to 15 seconds. ML Lopez deciding to bail off the hill and actually just goes straight in. Not sure he can actually even make it there in time. 10 seconds now remain on the clock. Looks like Lamp is going to take the first victory of our 4th and final match up of the night against Game Over. 3 seconds now remaining. ML Lopez not going to make it in time. Now down to 0. There it is. Lamp picking it up. The victory going over to the red team. ML Lopez, let's see if he can make it in time to take a shot off. No, 2 shots go out. Nothing connects. And again, Lamp now up 1-0 against Game Over.
that ending. Everybody misses.
Everyone, it's it.
Early pickup by Game Over.
Yeah.
I don't really know what Lamp was doing with Jojo Jackie in that position.
Okay.
Probably trimmed some sort of flank security. Probably not expecting anybody to take that long of a flank around them. But Game Over's not the first team we've seen do it. Synergy does it all the time. So it's just one of those things that you should eliminate. But let's actually go to stats real quick, because surprisingly higher numbers than I expected. Fight Breast Cancer, 8 shots, 8 hit, 8 penetrations. Clear demonstration of why I put him on my every time he plays. Baby Halo, 2146. The Baby Halo hype, always a fan favorite, that man, from what I know. 777 as well. Lucky today. Well, man, everybody, 444.
A lot of damage.
Top 3 for Lamp. Perfect accuracy, perfect penetration rates. Nice.
Great shooting.
Heish in his T-54 got to farm at 5100, which is quite a bit, but he also got some additional kills in there. Gandorfo shooting quite well. Drac Hero shooting very well. Mega Monero slipping a little bit. I don't know what his angles look like, but again, the top 3 from Game Over shooting fairly well as well. It's very focused on the 5100, getting kind of picked off by the T-54, floating around there with the camera, checking out exactly what the angles look like. Something kicked off to pop off action in the city during that period of time. It looked to me like Lamp decided that since they were losing a 5100, that they would just go, because otherwise they were done over time.
Sure.
They fought their way right out of it. I don't know if Game Over was in transit or what, but if Game Over was waiting for it and Lamp pushed into there, then that's all Lamp should do from now on. Just push him, because
it worked.
It worked, and it worked in a big way.
Now,
in a way I wouldn't expect on this map.
Right, I was going to say, having a 5100 down so soon, that's a huge tank dropping off on your team.
It's an extremely painful 8 points to lose.
Yeah.
More than an IS-3 in a lot of instances. Okay. Because more than a 54 lightweight. It's when you bring a 5100, it usually has a very specific role and a very, very specific intent. And an entire strategy can fall apart if you lose it.
All right, well, but Lamp did a good job, even though losing that, taking the victory against Game Over. We're now into the next battle, still on the same size. Lamp up 1-0. Let's see if they can continue this. Let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for our tanks for this match.
Lamp with a 110, 250 100s, an IS-3, a T-32, a T-54 lightweight, an AMX-12T. Game Over with 250 100s, two IS-3s, a T-32, a T-54 lightweight, T-37. It's a lot of T's in these lineups.
Yeah, a lot of T's here going out. Now
6 of them.
the 6T lineup here on both these sides, Lamp versus Game Over. Now, again, starting off looking at kind of both of their setups, do you think we're going to see Lamp doing the same thing as last time? Game Over setting up kind of looks like the Game Over doing the same thing, sending ML Lopez and Heish down to
Lamp's
that.
going to the 2 line this time.
Oh,
going to the 2 cap this time, which honestly you can go either way. Whether the team does the exact same thing again or they immediately switch up and do the exact opposite is a pretty classic.
Usually one or the other.
That's going on right now. But if M Lopez and Heish can get around behind this, it could be a serious problem. Aggressor in his AMX-12T already on cap, creating quite a stir. Enrique Dante Gandorfo coming around the top side. I believe we've seen Game Over work along some of these paths before. They did it almost very well, and then something kind of triggered and backfired, if I remember right. But
Okay.
this map is so much of very similar things happening. Sometimes it gets to be nice reset
nice
on
shot,
Aggressor.
yeah.
Where did that come from?
I believe that was Heish. Heish getting those shots in there.
Nice.
In his T-54 lightweight, a beautiful kind of positioning there.
That's an angle.
Yeah.
Man.
And
Where
a great.
did Okay.
You see where it was?
Yep. Right through there. So.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
shoots right at the camera.
There you go,
Thanks,
Heish. Good job, Heish.
The AMX-12T was a little bit outside of the best place for him to be. And he got popped for it.
Yeah, I mean, that was a beautiful pickup there. And getting that reset, which makes Lamp now decide to do something else. Running in a lot of tanks, going against Mega here. In that 5100, ML Lopez taking some shots off Jojo Jackie. Looks like he's going to be the recipient of most of the damage Game Over is putting out. But let's see if Mega falls, or does Jojo Jackie. Super Destructo is on the reload, so Mega is going to be able to survive for quite a bit longer. With Fight Breast Cancer coming in the corner, trying to stop that. Drac taking Super down. Mega making it around the corner, but Invade finding ML Lopez. A 1-for-1 exchange going on both of the sides, but Game Over coming out as far as the HP lead on top. Looking like over 2,000. Drac finding Fight Breast Cancer. Mega in that 5100, still extremely low. One more shot. Enrique Dante and that ISU running against 2 teams, Smiley Rage and Baby Halo for the side of Lamp, but 6 members for Game Over still remain against the 5 of Lamp, and more damage coming across. Enrique Dante, though, extremely low. Looks like he might be tracked as he's not moving. Smiley, one more shot. He'll take him down. Enrique Dante going a dropped IS-3 for the side of Game Over. Baby Halo putting pressure back on, but I'm not sure that's the wisest thing, as Gandorfo coming up over the side has a shot ready in his IS-3. And Baby Halo, if he's the recipient of that, he will go down. There it is. He does get 312 points of damage, but I'm not sure that's going to be enough for Lamp to pull out a victory here. Orange Cataphract in his T-32 doing a good job kind of separating Jojo away from Smiley and the rest of his team there. Heish moving around in his T-54, trying to get some more beautiful shots there. 244 damage going in the side of Jojo Jackie. Heish finding all the angles today. And Drac Hero picking up Jojo. Now just 3 tanks remain for the side of Lamp. And Game Over. So they're going to be the ones to take this one.
Lamp getting themselves into bad positions repeatedly in that match. Seemed like just a cascade of running away from one and stepping into another.
Gotcha.
Over and over and over again and again. And meanwhile, Game Over finding great angles on all of it. I'm not sure if that Western position was a trap deliberately.
Huh.
Or if it turned into one impromptu and Game Over just ran with it. Because if it's a deliberate trap, I don't know how likely it is to happen often, but it's a good one when it does.
Right. Looking at the side, actually, Game Over finding 2 more members. I'm sorry, Lamp finding 2 more members of Game Over, evening up 3-3. So maybe they have what it takes to come on the way through. Aggressor, and that's 12D. A couple more shots go down. Smiley does pick up Orange. Aggressor still lives. Drac here looks like he's coming in the corner, try to be the one to finish that one off. He's going to finish it off with a ram. 1 shot from Aggressor into Drac, and now it is a 2-on-2. The health in favor of Game Over by over 1,000. Heish looks like he's trying to conclude this game, and Drac in that 5100. Actually, something I did not see. He has all 6 shots. Game Over should be able to take this one very easily. 1 shot going in. Here comes the final one. Drac Hero picking up Smiley, and Game Over going to take a victory against Lamp, tying it up 1-1 for our 4th and final matchup of the night. David, one thing I just kind of want to talk about Heist with those angles, right? So you have Lamp going in, they have the cap pressure, they continually get reset. Do you think they knew where it's coming from, but when that happened, do you think in that moment they're like, oh, this isn't going to work, and so that's what's that pulled them off the cap?
Yeah, it had to have been. Synergy does the similar move, but they also send somebody over there to handle that angle. So,
gotcha.
Perhaps just more experience on Synergy's side. And again, I mean, Lamp just came through some pretty rough patches.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know how much time they've spent developing strategies on maps like this. Notable stats.
So we go to them?
Really, no. We're not going
okay.
to this time. 2, really. Smiley Rage, 27-47. Overall, hitting 14 shots. Or, sorry, taking 14 shots, 13 hits, 12 pens, and a T-54 lightweight. Heish with 16 shots, 11 hits, 11 pens.
Beautiful
26-21. So both of them putting up huge numbers in that fight. Heish, back-to-back. Very quickly starting to look like perhaps he's an MVP on Game Over, at least on this map.
All right, well, let's see if we can continue this. Now, one thing, again, looking at it, usually when we see a lot of damage onto a couple tanks or even one tank, it's indicative of a strategy gone wrong. But there, it was a strategy gone right as far as Game Over looks at. Is that just a happenstance? Does it normally not happen like that? Because usually we like to see spread damage over all the tanks.
Yeah, well, so spread damage in the event that we have a big fight.
Okay.
But
gotcha.
If, or you know, if there's an agenda being pushed, like two fights or a huge set of fights spread out across the map. Now, if everybody is just sort of in a standoff and there's a flanker sent around, then absolutely, the strategy is working as intended for that flanker to get a lot of damage. You know, so Heish in that role did certainly capitalize on what he was supposed to do, and that's normal. That is completely normal. That's not indicative of anything going wrong.
That's just perfect for Game Over. Ladies and gentlemen, we're into now our third battle of our fourth match of the night. We've switched sides. Lamp versus Game Over, all tied up 1-1. Let's get right into it and see who comes out on top for this battle. David, what do we got for tanks?
Lamp with 2 5100s, 2 IS-3s, a T-32, a T-54 lightweight, and an FP-304. Meanwhile, Game Over with 2 5100s, 2 IS-3s, a T-32, a T-54 lightweight, and a 5916.
Oh, looks like we got an artillery now coming out for the side of Lamp. David, do you think, because we saw Alex Mathis coming out when they were on offense and it working out well for them, do you think it's going to work out just as well on defense?
No.
Okay.
Well, yes.
Okay.
Yes. With what they're doing and with what they're facing, sure. I'll give it to them.
The 5100s in particular?
Yeah. I mean, they're getting him into the fight for the most part, aside from JoJo getting wrecked in that first match. Aggressor was doing a great job in his light tank, so if he can get that same angle in there with his 5100, certainly get the clips off.
Sure.
The big question here is fight breast cancer in the FP-304. Perhaps I shouldn't have picked him. Didn't realize he was going to be an Artie player. That's going to hurt the points. But whatever. So note to everybody out there, because I know I'm not the only one that does it. Fight breast cancer sometimes plays Artie and is a sketchy pick, kind of like Ox Mathis. Great when he's in a tier 8, though. May have to adjust that point balance. Either way, Enrique, Dante, and Gandorfo trying to find an angle on a cap. Going to start a little bit of pressure. Make him narrow, and Dracula following up behind as sort of the enforcers, the assassins, the heavy assault group. Orange Cataphract holding a single road by himself, 32. Pretty standard use of that 32. All of Lamp staggered back in a relatively defensive set of formations. I think Invade and Super Destructo are a little bit too far forward for the rest of the positions, but as long as they have the right scripting, the right plan, it'll work out just fine. Super Destructo getting a reset right on the side of the mini crane in the middle of the base there. And Smiley Rage going all the way on the outside. Oh, he was in the spot that Heish was at. Now then he was leaving.
and then
he was going.
Now he's going back.
See, he's a little bit concerned about M. Lopez and Heish himself.
Gotcha. There
in the southern part.
Looking over there, Henrique Dante getting extremely lit up. 796 points of damage in his IS-3. Looks like Smiley and Super Destructo synchronizing their shots to take that IS-3 down extremely low and fight breast cancer in that FP-304, picking up the first tank of this battle. Man, David.
I take it back.
Looks like you should, eat those words.
Did he do the 700 as well?
I believe that was a combination between him and Super.
Okay, him and Super, that would make a lot of sense. I thought I heard something different. So, yes, by breast cancer dropping bombs from the sky
Bombs from
And
the sky.
Smiley Rage both shooting a wreck. Gandorfo actually kind of doing something interesting here, where he is backed up on the cap in a place where somebody actually has to spawn him in order to stop it.
That's a
And
great
right
point.
now, nobody is actually getting out there to see it. And in fact, the only person who could would be Super Destructo Tyrannosaur.
There it is.
There it goes.
Looks like he doesn't get the shot. Oh, man. Fight breast cancer. Just missing that one. Gandorfo moving forward just in time. And now Super moving up onto the I3. He's just looking for the reset. But if Game Over can take him down, that would be a lot of problems coming over for the side of Lamp. There it is. They do get the reset. A beautiful thing. Exactly what they're looking for. Super Destructor, though, in a bit of a predicament as he will go down to Gandorfo. Jojo Jackie in that 5100 coming on the side. Aggressor picking up ML Lopez on the run. Not going to make his way across the cap. Gandorfo getting back onto that center cap, but Baby Halo making sure he can't go very far. Jojo Jackie now shows up. He says hi to Drag Hero. One more shot. He'll go down. 3 shots, 3 penetrations, 3 hits coming out for Jojo Jackie in that AMX 5100. That's exactly what you want to see. And now, turning aside to Mega. Aggressor finding Gandorfo. Lamp looks like they are going to decisively take this one out as Jojo Jackie finds Mega. Heist running in his T-54. Maybe he's trying to find Jojo Jackie. Smiley Rage coming around the side, but just 2 members remain. Orange Cataphract getting dropped very low from Invade. Smiley, Baby Halo coming over the side as well. Looks like he's going to get a nice shot in there for 336 damage. Smiley, no, Invade going to finish him up as Fight Breast Cancer hits his dead corpse just to make sure with that FV304. It is now just Heist remaining. Smiley Rage and Aggressor, Baby Halo, Invade, they're all there. They want a piece of the action. Lamp going to now increase their victory 2-1 against Game Over here on defense. On to Ghost Towns. One more shot. Who will it be? Looks like it's going to be Baby Halo. The Baby Halo hype coming out real. 2-1 victory going out for Lamp there. Man, let's talk about Fight Breast Cancer, because someone that we thought wasn't going to do much did much, a lot of it.
I thought he figured he'd get some resets. I didn't realize he was going to do that much damage. Okay. Stats
Stats it is.
Stats. Smiley Rage. 12 shots, 7 hits, 7 penetrations for 1700. Now, I saw Fight Breast Cancer hit more shots for a lot higher numbers, and I expected him to have actually broken 2,000 in this thing.
Huh.
He didn't, but 7 hits, 6 penetrations, landing basically directly on the engine bay, the flat part of the IS-3 in the back.
Taking
like
it down.
300, 400 sometimes. So, worth. Overall, Baby Halo and the 250-100s really doing one reasonable clip. Drac Hero not getting his full clip out. Mega Monero getting his, but only penetrating 4. That's a huge problem with the overall strategy we discussed before. Yep. You have to pen at least 5 to be worth bringing, in my book at least. Gandorfo and Enrique Dante also getting shut out. Just in general, Game Over attempting a strategy against an artillery that can reset them fairly easily.
Sure.
So it's not going to work out.
Right.
Baby Halo, Fight Breast Cancer, just have to splash him with HE and it's over.
Shut him down.
One of those he actually hit. It was very, very well placed, but he was only firing HE, so it didn't do a good amount of damage.
Yeah, like
it was a critical reset.
7
when
points of damage.
Super Destructor came out. He hit him right the side.
Wow.
I think he only hit him in the track, but either way.
Well, now bring in artillery, because I feel like with that position that Fight Breast Cancer is in, obviously having clear reign of the center cap, maybe unless you push up against kind of the northern part, but also looking at the northern cap, it's wide open. It'll be interesting to see how this team, if Fight Breast Cancer brings the artillery again, how Game Over can respond to it. Ladies and gentlemen, to our next battle, Glamp versus Game Over. Lamp up now 2-1. Let's get right into it and see who wins this battle of our 4th match of the night. David, what do we got for tanks?
Lamp with 250-100s, an IS-3, 2 T-32s, a T-54 lightweight, and FP304 again. Ooh. Game Over with 250-100s, 2 IS-3s, a T-32, T-54 lightweight, 59-16 again.
Wow.
So
mirror matchup. I'm not
mirrors.
Mirrors from the last time. Sorry.
So anyways, I think why Lamp is so focused on bringing this FP304, unless it's something they do all the time, but certainly being a spot preparation, a special consideration for Game Over. As we saw Game Over tucking the 59-16 into a spot in the north, which, if they do again, Fight Breast Cancer should handle all day. So I hope for Game Over's sake they don't, because it's not going to work out at all.
Right.
Like at all.
Right.
Unless they can find a way to get in there and shut it down, or just push through Lamp, but I don't think that's going to be particularly possible. Lamp's just taking a nice defensive position in the north. They get enough vision into this area to do all the resets they want, and unlike Simp, versus high voltage earlier, the resets are virtually guaranteed.
Yeah, well, now looking, if you were game over and you saw another artillery going through, again, something I was just saying is that Northern Cap seems so wide open, artillery could have just free reign of that. If you are, side of game over, wow, has a shot just barely missing ML Lopez as he applies cap pressure to the north. But as game over, what do you do? How do you, how do you shut down that artillery? How do you make it so it cannot, effectively fight you?
You got to kill it, or you got. I mean, that's really it. With that arc, the FB304 is going to shut it down completely. Game over. Intelligently running away from that, recognizing, nope,
we can't do that.
Honestly, should have seen it as soon as they saw the lineup. But
right.
Hey, recognizing it all is
better.
certainly better than not. I mean,
yeah, better sooner than later.
A statement as it is. 250-100 sitting around here on the corner, shopping for shots through the middle of the 2-cap. My guess is game over is now starting to debate, try to figure out where exactly they want to go and how they want to do it, because whatever plan they had is gone.
Right.
And the 2-cap now not exactly favorable, considering they moved themselves out of position.
Right.
So really, the best option they have is a terrible option, and it's just to push and fight. If they did it right, I could see them getting invaded pretty quickly.
Okay.
But after that, they're going to pay for every inch against Aggressor and Jojo Jackie. Super Destructive Tyrannosaur is going to come and support, and over here on the side, Baby Halo can kind of peek around a corner and shut them down completely. So if they came directly down that road straight to invade, they might get 1 tier 8, and then they'd be pretty out of luck.
Pretty much in a bit of sticky situation. And it's also very unfortunate that game over, right? You just had them, lose pretty decisively, trying to take that center cap from, Fight Breast Cancer. So all right, let's go for the northern cap. But then noticing, that's not going to happen as well. Emma Lopez taking a lot of damage, just barely missing, which probably would have been a lethal shot in that 59-16. Looking for center cap, Super Destructo, and Smiley Rays doing a good job of kind of focusing that center there. But as I was saying, game over, like you said, not in a good position because both obviously didn't work out for them. It will be interesting to see what sort of strategy they pull out here, as it more than likely will be on the fly. Emma Lopez now getting behind Mini Crane. See if he can kind of hunker down here, backing up a little bit, because that arc from that FB going probably right where he's going to be. Wow, just missing him. If he would have been up just an inch, that probably would have been his death. This is now like a little mini game for Emma Lopez. He's trying to guess where will Fight Breast Cancer shoot next. Let's see if he's right. Oh, he was right. Let's see how much. I'm very intrigued to see how this is going to go. But over on the side, Invade taking some damage here at Lamp. Mega fighting it out in the Zayas 3 is going down. Enrique Dante pushing up as well. Orange Cataphrag trying to finding Invade actually. A good pickup there for game over. Now let's see, David, if you're talking about how much Lamp can punish them for this push that they are doing. Drac Hero and Mega, the 250-100s. Between the two of them, it's like 11 shots ready and waiting for whoever they find next. Jojo Jackie coming out of the corner, but it looks like it's going to be him. 2 going down, 318 points of damage, 556 though for the side of Mega, getting dropped down below half. 900, Drac gonna pick up Jojo Jackie before I can even finish talking about the numbers that were coming out. And Baby Halo looks like he's going to be the next person in line to go down. Mega gonna pick that one up as well. Now just 4 tanks remain for the side of Lamp, and ML Lopez still has that pressure on Enrique Dante in what looks like a 2v1 right now against Super Destructo and Aggressor. Let's see how much they can hold down. Be sure Gandorfo coming around the side, finding Aggressor now, just 3 tanks. Super Destructo, ML Lopez deciding to bail on the cap. He's going to go help his team win this game once and for all. But Smiley and Super fighting Heish and Enrique back-to-back kills, doing what they can before they go down, because Orange is going to pick up Super. Smiley, though, finding another kill. Picking up Lopez, Drac saying, stop this right now. And he ends the T-54 once and for all for this battle. It is now just Fight Breast Cancer with 4 members rushing straight for his location. Not much Lamp can do here. It looks like Game Over is going to tie this one up 2-2 in our final matchup of the night. Oh, here we go. Mega pushing up. And over going through Fight Breast Cancer. The question is, can he take down Mega before he dies himself? No, he's just going for the run. Sorry, Fight Breast Cancer, not going to work out for you. Mega picking that one up, tying this one up. And that was, I mean, we kind of talked about Game Over being in a little bit of a predicament there, but they pulled that one out.
They were.
Oh,
and then Lamp just sort of moved and adjusted positions that they had that were perfect for what they wanted to do.
Gotcha.
Ended up giving them Jojo Jackie while Aggressor was reloading, so 250-100s essentially not in that fight.
Gotcha.
Invade went down predictably.
Yeah.
And that was acceptably according to plan. From what I saw, And from there, they just didn't have the right positions. But at the same time, Game Over also wasn't doing exactly what we were talking about. Intelligently, they pushed middle, grabbed invade, and then separated, which is the right thing to do.
Okay.
In the way they separated, they brought the 5100s around the northern side, and were able to pick up a T-32 and Jojo Jackie in the 5100, killing him before he got all 6 in, which is
we talked about being very important.
Super important.
Yeah.
Super important. Aggressor and Jojo Jackie both doing under 600 damage total.
Wow.
Let's go to stats. Just
Yeah,
really
check it out.
really quick. Super Destructor Tyrannosaur doing the most, but what we're really getting at is Aggressor. Aggressor got 6 out, but only penetrated 2. There's a problem. 3 shots, 2 hits, 2 penetrations from Jojo Jackie. Less of a problem. Still, he died. And Gandorfo carrying around the whole thing. Honestly, 6-6 and a number I want 5-5-5 from Henrique Dante and Mega Monero and Drac. Well, Drac got out 4 out of 5. They penned, so close enough. And Mega Monero got out 7, penned 6. Now, his last one was more than likely, firing it by breast cancers he drove away, something like that.
Yeah.
Because from what I saw, he was really hitting shots. So variance in 5100 play. So I guess we're coming back to the question that you asked before. Do you think those 5100s will work on defense? And I originally said no, and then I was like, well, yeah. That's the no
That's why.
right there.
Right. That's why
no.
it doesn't work.
But at the same time, it could have worked. But either way, we're moving on to Himmelsdorf.
That's right.
Yay.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next 5th battle of the night. It all tied up 2-2. Lamp versus Game Over. Let's get right into it and see what we've got for tanks. David, walk us through what you see.
Lamp with 2 5100s, 4 IS-3s, a T-37. Game Over. Same lineup. So it's going to be down to who moves and, who has the better strategy, which is pretty much what it's always down to. But in this instance, the tank's the same. So
it really goes down to strategy.
It comes down to strategy and gameplay, just like every other time. So anyways, looks like Lamp heading up the hill with both 5100s, using Baby Halo to kind of help spot there. The rest, all 4 IS-3s going in the 8 line. Probably going to see an 8 line hold while we see the 5100s check out the hill. So more than likely a northeastern assault situation. Classic. Seen it season a dozen times so far this season.
Whoa.
Be very interested to see if they actually just blitz the 8 line.
David, real quickly, ML Lopez's spot right here in this T-37. What is that about? Is that just a nice? Is he getting a nice little angle there through the window?
Yep. So he's getting he's lifting himself up there in specific, so he can get a viewport to aim to be in line with a hole in there, so you can see all the way through.
Gotcha.
I don't know exactly if he got it. He did. Well, maybe. Enrique Dante should also be able to light Aggressor, but nobody could light that other IS-3 all the way over there besides M. Lopez. So that did work out according to plan. I've seen IS-3s fire through there plenty of times. Never seen anybody use a T-37 to light that way. However, usually beginning of a match, we're rather focused on where the T-rates are going, so perhaps it has been done before and we didn't see it. But either way, props to Game Over for creative use of terrain in a particular area in that situation. Lamp, all 4 IS-3s, still holding the G-line, spending a lot of time on top of that hill. And I don't really know why. They're not gaining anything from this. They need every second they can. So maybe Halo needs to clear that 8 line. They need to come down wherever they're going, north or south with those 5100s. They need to do it sooner rather than later, and they need to get this IS-3 party moving because they've already been spotted, given Game Over plenty of time to adjust. Unfortunately for Game Over, they haven't adjusted enough. I think they could have done a number of things here. But as long as they have a plan to move and control this northeastern spot, once Lamp gets there, then no big deal. But initial positions are huge, and I don't see a very easy path to get there in a quick period of time. So I'm willing to bet this is not exactly going to be in Game Over's favor, but Lamp could throw it.
Anyone can throw it. Let's see Baby Halo coming down the side. Orange Cataphract taking about half of his health, actually more than half his health in that IS-3. Baby Halo T-37 trying to bait out Orange Cataphract. Double shots from Fight Breast Cancer and Jojo Jackie in those 5100s up on top of the hill. And now Orange Cataphract kind of now has to hunker down and go across his corner. Gandorfo and that IS-3 taking a good amount of damage onto Super Destructo. And now the rest of Game Over have started to move. M. Lopez in that T-37. Heish and Henrique Dante and those IS-3s coming around the corner. Now, looking at kind of the setup we've got for Lamp, a very classic sort of corner hold there. for this northern cap. But looking at what ML Lopez is doing as they put in more cap pressures, now down to 20 seconds, do you think Game Over has a good opportunity of resetting it and taking this, or is Lamp just in a superior position?
Well, Lamp has certainly wasted a huge opportunity that they had, and Game Over is starting to move in there. This is getting into the throw territory we're talking about, but it's certainly not over. Lamp's starting to make some counter moves.
Here we go. Aggressor taking in nice chunks of damage over and over on the side of from Game Over on the side of Lamp there in that IS-3. And up on top, Fight Breast Cancer fighting over in the corner against Gandorfo and Orange Cataphracts. Still, high Enrique Dante. When Super Destructo came around the corner, a nice amount of damage, 420 going into that IS-3. And Fight Breast Cancer dropping over 1,000 points. Mega gonna pick him up, and the first tank of the night, of the battle, going down for the side of Lamp. But Lamp gonna respond by taking Enrique Dante down himself. Gandorfo still, and Orange still low in those IS-3s. The question is, how well can Lamp respond to that? Invade taking a lot of damage. Gandorfo coming in the corner. A couple more shots. He will find it, but Jojo Jackie gonna pick him up. Beautiful amount of focus from that AMX 5100. Having one shot. It'll be interesting to see if he reloads or not. Super Destructo fighting off against a T-37. Heist coming in the corner to join Aggressor. Finding Heist in the courtyard. Jojo Jackie, Smiley, a triple kill coming out for Lamp. Now just 2 members remain for Game Over here. And David, it looks like Lamp decided to take what could have been a throw and come all the way back. Now with just Drac Hero and Mega and their 5100s remain.
Absolutely. I saw a lot of good things and a lot of bad things from both teams.
Okay.
And so far, it's not over yet. I mean, look at the amount of hit points left for Game Over with 2 autoloaders, one of which just came back to full and one of which still has 2. There's barely enough shells, depending on fires and depending on rolls.
Okay.
To potentially kill things, but it's also barely just not enough. Hard to say.
All right.
Very close on RNG in this situation. Aggressor and Super Destructo coming around on Mega Man Arrow. That might be it right there.
Oh, Mega turning on, though, turning his shots onto Super Destructo. Now, one more shot, and he will go down. Aggressor on the reload. Like you said, one more shot, but Smiley Rage through the window, pops in, says hello, fighting Mega. Drac Hero now taking down Jojo Jackie. He is the remaining member, the sole survivor of Game Over in that 5100, and he is on reload. David, do you know off the top of your head what the reload time for that 5100 is?
Oh, man. It's roughly 40 seconds.
Okay, so
it depends on equipment and stuff. 44, I think.
All right, so Lamp definitely has this one in the bag, even if Drac Hero were to get that reload off in time, just not enough. 9 seconds now remain, and it looks like Lamp is going to pick up their first victory onto Himmelsdorf, extending that lead 3-0. 3 seconds left. Drac Hero just kind of running around, knows he can't do much. He's still on the reload. 0 now. Lamp picking up this victory against Game Over, which looked like it could have been very close there, kind of toward the beginning of this fight. But Lamp coming out on top, like we were saying, 3-2 up onto Game Over. David, looking kind of when you said you saw multiple things happening, both a lot of bad things, kind of when that fight ensued. Highlight some of the things you saw, because obviously it went in favor of Lamp, even though the mistakes that they were making weren't as prevalent as the ones coming up for Game Over.
So Lamp left some critical lanes open, which allowed Game Over to get in behind them, didn't cause any of those problems to begin with. But their focus fire was pretty good, and in general, they played their tanks very well. Game Over making some mistakes and not jumping on and overmatching certain situations that they had presented to him. It'd take a while to go through everything, honestly.
Okay.
But that's more or less what
right.
happened.
Another thing I kind of want to point out is kind of the theme of the night seems to be these AMX 5100s, seeing like, if you bring them, they need to do this. They need to take at least 5 of the 6 shots. If they didn't do that, it really wasn't worth bringing. What is another tank that you would bring in substitute of a 5100 if you're not either confident that you're going to make those shots, or you want to just,
an IS-3 or maybe a 110? But really, I mean, that's how we talk about it. That's how we phrase it. Not worth bringing. Anybody would bring it anyways.
Okay.
You need to.
Okay.
So it's more just a phrasing issue.
But
that
yeah,
match. If you brought all IS-3s, there's a very good chance you would get annihilated. As soon as you show up, they'd pivot, try and find their 5100s on top of you, and then they're just going to win.
Okay. So it just really comes down to individually in that match, you making the best use of the tank that you've chosen to bring.
Yep.
Okay. Well, obviously we're seeing some 5100s doing it really well, and some 5100s not doing it so well. Looking now, coming on to that first matchup, we saw Lamp doing a good job there on offense. Is there anything that you would change from their initial opening? We had those IS-3s pushing the courtyard. They held there for a while.
Just the timing of it was incredibly slow compared to what it needed to be.
Okay.
But, I don't know what's going on with them
That's true.
or why that was exactly happening. So
Only
Who knows?
they know, ladies and gentlemen. As we're into our next battle, Lamp versus Game Over again, up 3-2. Still on the same sides. Lamp on the offense, Game Over on the defense. Let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for our tanks.
So, for Lamp, 2 5100s, 4 IS3s, and T37. And again, for Game Over, 2 5100s, 4 IS3s, and T37. Same lineups as last time, same lineups as each other. Same as same.
Same old,
They're on
same
the same
old.
sides.
Wait, wait a second.
Whole trifecta of
Is
it.
this just a replay? Are we just watching a replay of the last match? I guess the only time will tell as we fought. Nope, different camera angles. This is definitely not a replay. Looking, though, similar setups, but Heish and Henrique Dante and these IS3s moving down. This is something I don't believe Game Over did last time. They only sent ML Lopez to go in that position that he's looking to spot. And over up on the hill here, it looks like this kind of the similar play style from Lamp, the 2 5100s, and Baby Halo to accompany that.
They're going in the same way. So I've got a moment to start exploiting something I've been wanting to do all day.
Okay.
But a lot of it's been kind of popping off. We've got something else to talk about. So Jojo Jackie, check out his equipment here. This is the maximum, basically maximum DPM setup that you're going for right here.
Screenshot.
So it's like as fast as you can fire and as fast as you can reload.
Gotcha.
All together. And, you know, aiming down is a factor of firing. So I consider it maximum DPM setup. That is what I ran a lot of the time. That's what a lot of people run a lot of the time. They're ditching the med kit for the same reasons that I was talking about before. If you have the M. Lopez get tagged in that whole thing.
Oh, taking some shots.
Still
also
taking some shots.
from on top of the hill. Looks like that
Baby
was
Halo.
Aggressor going, or yeah, Baby Halo getting those shots off. A nice little chunk out from them.
It's worth noting as well. Baby Halo runs the single shot
Oh.
T37 gun while Lopez is running an auto loader
Oh
version.
no! Oh, Orange Cataphract finding Baby Halo, potentially saving him. Lopez, but 5 breast cancer, getting a nice pickup to clean that one off. A 1-for-1 exchange there. One thing I was going to say, Baby Halo looked like he got a beautiful track there, and he would have picked that one off. That was some great aiming there, or just if that was on purpose, that was beautiful.
We can take a moment to look at this angle as well. This is something we talked about a while ago, and this is the angle that killed Baby Halo. Here lies.
Rip.
Here lies.
Ripperonis.
For the next 5 minutes.
Press F to pay respects. Now Heish taking some shots off in the IS3 down the line. Aggressor and Invade, something we actually didn't see from last time. Going over for this railroad track kind of play. They did get a lot of damage there onto ML Lopez. But it looks like Lamp being kind of split now, as they still have the team up on top of the hill. No, it looks like they pulled them off the hill. Yeah,
they're going west.
There you go.
So generally an improvement over what they were doing last time, especially given the timing. But they did get it. So they did get their T37 taken away, which is kind of important for the one cap and creating the pressure that they want. So they're gonna have to find a way of getting somebody on there, and still providing the same amount of pressure while also defending themselves appropriately. So the guy who is capping also needs to be fighting, but he also needs to be hiding. It's an awkward situation.
Like a tough
to be on
position
offense.
to be in.
Definitely an awkward situation to be on offense. Aggressor is probably the most likely candidate to go there.
Okay.
And it looks like he's moving up one building at a time for it.
Finding very slow and steady wins the race. Going right back. Heish and Henrique Dante. Don't know if anyone actually spotted him. Super Destructo and Heish are the only ones spotted right now. Super Destructo just now dropping off. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here, over on the left and the right side of the screen, when you see those light bulbs lit up, that means the other enemy team does have their positions. They have been spotted. And again, the teammates know when they have been spotted. It's an ability called Sixth Sense. Now, Henrique Dante and his IS3 clearly also spotted. Taking a lot of damage there, having to back out. Good amount of volley coming out from the side of Lamp. And Gandorfo moving up in his IS3. Now, David, to break kind of what Lamp... I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that because Game Over doesn't have to break what Lamp is doing. Lamp has to break what Game Over is doing. But if you were Game Over and you kind of saw the positioning of Lamp, is there any way you would see
simple answer? Well, yeah, finish the question. There's a simple answer.
Oh, right. I was just going to see, is there anything you would see Game Over doing to, kind of attack what Lamp is set up at right now?
Yeah. So Invade kind of makes this well, actually, exactly how he's positioning makes it a harder proposition. But this is something that has been kind of frustrating me, honestly, because it's a very easy pick when you see somebody in aggressor's position. If you can verify how many people are behind him, you can pull directly up to where Drag Hero is, hug the red line all the way over here, and put 6 directly down there. Now, the reason why that is viable is because you do not render to people further down the line, and as long as you know those distances, and you can check to see if anybody's behind it, they have to fire in the blind.
Oh.
And it's not impossible. These teams definitely practice for that kind of thing.
Less probable. Wow.
But a free IS-3 is worth the risk.
Yeah, Jojo Jackie coming on the side in that 5100 with Super Destructo over on the courtyard, picking up another kill for the side of Game Over. Now Heish, as he's focusing on to Aggressor. Aggressor moving in actually extremely aggressively. Orange Cataphract getting lit up there over in the courtyard, going down to Jojo Jackie. Another IS-3 falling for nothing on the side of Lamp. Lamp doing a great job. Now it looks like they're just going to continue on to this victory, putting 2 people on cap, dropping it down to 34 seconds. Aggressor being the focus here of Heish, but Smiley ready to come around from the back, taking a good chunk of damage in that IS-3. Super Destructo coming around to join him. Aggressor now, once his shot is up, he should take it out. No, Super Destructo going to take it for him. And now Henrique, Dante, Dracchero, and Mega, the only members that remain before Game Over. Cap continuing to go down to 11 seconds now. It looks like as Super Destructo picks up Henrique, Dante, Lamp is going to take another victory here on offense on Himmelsdorf. 7 seconds now. A reset coming through from Dracchero, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. He only has one more shot in that 5100. He doesn't get to use it as Super Destructo finds another kill. It is just now Mega versus Jojo Jackie. Jojo Jackie, get out of there. He's going to get you. Let's see if he can make it on time. No, he doesn't. Mega picks it up, but he himself will go down to one of the remaining members of Lamp. A decisive victory there coming out on the aggressor side. Lamp pushing it up now 4-2 against Game Over here in our 4th and final matchup of the night. Now, David, you said losing an IS-3 for nothing is no way to go. You don't want that to happen either on offense or defense or anywhere. But allowing Lamp to kind of get that courtyard pressure that Game Over allowed them to take, which then led to the fall of the IS-3, is that something as Game Over you should have put more people on to see that coming, or is there any, just get that IS-3 out of there? Or?
The camping a little bit too much in this situation where there are now 6 tier 8s in format as opposed to 5 that have been in the past changes the dynamics quite a bit. Obviously, they got a free tier 8, who just shouldn't have been in that situation at all. He was alone.
Gotcha.
And that's the problem. That's the biggest problem.
That's where it came from.
If he had tucked him in and camped him, that'd be fine. But what I meant by saying they're camping too much is in like most of the team is camping too much, and one guy is not. He's just there.
And that's for,
waiting
either all of you
Mega
camp or
Monero
no one
was
camp.
shopping for that flank on Jojo Jackie for about 2 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. After he got the first IS-3, he was chasing Jojo Jackie around all over the place. Didn't pay off there till the end.
Gotcha.
But like we were talking about at the beginning, in case anybody's wondering, no real need to go to stats. Super Destructo and Invade topping off Lamp with 2,000 or just under 2,000. And Enrique Dante and Mega Monero topping off Game Over with just over 1,000, both of them. So, the 5100 firing down the one line thing that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
When you put a tank in where that IS-3 is, it can't go anywhere. It's so far down the building. The only direction to safety at that point is forward.
Which is into the team.
And that's not safety.
Right, you're into the
enemy. If you're
enemy.
getting behind like a fuel tank, you're going to die.
Okay.
So the only real true safety is 100 to 200 meters behind you, behind the building. And you can't back up in time. So if you have two 5100s pull over the top there, and they just rip out shots, you'll die very quickly, and they can share damage and back up. It's a risk.
Gotcha.
But there are ways of making sure you get additional damage on anybody who's doing that. Sometimes you can stagger them. So one goes out to pick up the IS-3, and the other one pulls out slightly behind him.
Okay.
And then whenever he sees shots coming from or whoever he lights, he puts shots into those guys to suppress for the guy in the one line who's getting the pick.
Whew.
It's not easy.
It's got to be rehearsed.
But if you do it, anytime you see a tier 8 in the one line, yours.
Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if that happens this match. Not sure if we will or not, but we are ready for our next battle. Lamp versus Game Over. Lamp just needing one more victory to end the night. Game Over needs to start clawing their way back if they want a chance. Let's get right into it and take a look at what we've got for our tanks.
Before I go any further with that, I will also say, if you do it wrong, which is easy, or you get unlucky, you lose at 5100 or 2, and it's game over for you.
For free.
Again,
that's
risky,
the risk.
But also, I'd like to see somebody do it at least once, because there are teams out there who can get it done. Anyways, Lamp with a 110, two 5100s, 3 IS-3s, and FP304, bringing Burt on defense. Game over with two 5100s, 4 IS-3s, and AMX-12T. So the lineups have now changed.
Yeah, look it. No more mirrors now. Obviously, with those two mirrors from match to match, Lamp are the ones who were coming out on top, either with better strategy, better tanks, or a combination of the two. David, talking about that artillery coming out for Lamp on defense, is that something you would agree with? Or is that maybe you would find a better tank or a different tank as we have game over pushing that 7-8 line.
I think objectively there's a better way of using him, but at the same time, he's not, and I'm talking about using him as a tier 6 light tank.
Right.
But I'm not against the FB304. It'll certainly handle the resets in the north, so
That's
where game
true.
over is going is doing very much what Lamp wants. Lamp is doing a spread control down the west side. They've made some mistakes here in the fact that they're just not spotting gate line at all, apparently. I mean, they're spread control, but they didn't get any
They
vision.
didn't see
So,
anyone. Right.
I mean, game over is about to step on cap, and they have no idea it's about to happen. That's just complete.
In the dark.
Yeah, that should never happen. That's a huge fumble. And
Ugh.
right now they're scrambling because they're confused about why that happened. My guess is, unless it's just a master plan of a completely different caliber, where they
Whoa.
didn't want to be spotted, and they were trying to, by inference,
Oh, no.
funnel game over into a specific area.
And if Orange, like he just did, popped on top of the cap, now making that a 20 seconds. Lamp need to hurry over here,
Yeah.
but having an IS-3 and a 110, let's see if they can do it quick
That's not
enough.
over.
If Super Destructo can't get the reset, this would be great. Let's see if Heischen Gedorfo can stop him from doing it. Now down to 12 seconds, 11 seconds now. Super Destructo, he had the shots taken to him. He is now turning on the corner. The shot goes, but it's a bounce. That is not what you're looking for. Smiley Rage, though, taking a shot on Orange Catafrag. Fight Breast Cancer, doing a good job, but the cap is now continuing to go down. Orange bailing off it. Still, though, the pressure on. 10 seconds, finally, the reset's coming through. Now, Lamp, let's see if game over can respond. A lot of damage right up down this courtyard, coming back on both sides. Red and blue shots going back and forth, flying. As Smiler Rage and Jojo Jackie now have joined the fight. Now game over needs to be worried as these things come around top, barreling on top of them. Jojo Jackie with 6 shots. Let's see how much he can make count. A couple going in. Henrique Dante looks like he's going to be the target of focus. One more shot, he'll go down. Jojo Jackie picking it up. Smiley Rage back-to-back kills, finding him a Lopez. Jojo Jackie finding Orange Cataract. Fight Breast Cancer finding Gandorfo. Kills for Lamp going all over the place. 5 now to 3 on the side of game over. And we have Drac Hero and Heish now on the run. Or maybe they're just actually trying to find Baby Halo, who himself is extremely low. He is on the reload. If they can pick this one up, they will get it closer. Instead of being a 5-3, it will be a 4-on-3. But Lamp doing their best to close this one out. They want to end this one out of the night, and if they take it, they will be the victors of this match, closing our night out. Heish in his IS-3 on the run. Baby here, a Baby Halo has the reload to fight Breast Cancer. Gonna pick that one up, and now Dracula is by himself in that AMX 5100. Mega in his 5100 still on top of the hill. Looks like nothing has been done on his. He has taken a shot, not sure what it connected with. But Lamp clearly in the driver's seat of this match. Drac Hero on the run, and David, tell me what you're seeing so far.
FBC coming in.
Oh, here we go.
Coming in for the kill.
Fight Breast
Can
Cancer.
he get it?
Let's see if the TD will come through. He's on his way. He sees them. He takes a shot. Will he make it? He's lining up right in the back. He punches him and gets the ram just to rub it in. A beautiful amount of damage coming out there for Fight Breast Cancer, showing that the artillery, ladies and gentlemen, can also be played as a tank destroyer. Man, I would just like chase him. He's like, come here, come here, come here, come here. Boom! Took him out.
Oh, man, that was good.
That was a great way to end what looks like, which will be the ending of a night if this continues in Lamp's favor, and it should, as Lamp is on defense. All they need to do is hold it from Mega. I mean, he is a full health, fully loaded AMX 5100, but I'm not sure that he can do much against 5 members of Lamp.
No, and FBC is actually getting on top of cap now, which means he can pretty much reset anywhere.
Oh, yeah. Top of the hill.
I mean, yeah. Did I say on top of cap?
Yeah, top of cap.
On top of hill, top of castle, whatever.
He is the king.
He now has more elevation, which makes his shots drop a little bit more sharply, depending on the distance fired. Now, we've got a minute. I don't think we've ever talked about this before. So artillery's arc hits its highest distance when you're firing furthest.
Oh.
So, I mean, it has to incline enough to reach that height.
But that's when it gets its highest.
In this game, yes.
Okay.
In this game.
In real life?
In real life, it's 45 degrees, but in this game, I don't think they allow you to fire past
I'm so glad
45
you know
degrees.
that. That makes me
Something
happy.
like that. But it doesn't have the split parabolic angles that I believe it should have.
Jeez,
However,
tropic
maybe
science.
Maybe wrong on that. But I'm pretty sure that's exactly the case. That has always been the case in my experience, where you get a higher angle the further you fire. And I guess it probably just limits the ability for you to fire. Because, I mean, honestly, if we were following 100% realism, these artillery could drop shots almost vertical almost anywhere on the map by adjusting propellant and a bunch of other stuff that gets all sciencey.
There it is, and we don't want to contact Bill and I. Ladies and gentlemen, 5
I do.
Okay, actually, I really do as well. But 5-2 coming out here for Lamp, a fantastic victory. Their first victory of the season so far. So congratulations to them for picking that one up. It did look like they've had this continuing improvement overall. And David, just some of the thoughts on that last match that we just saw.
Totally different team.
Yeah,
in a lot of
absolutely.
ways. JoJo Jackie playing a tier 8's a big boon to them, aside from that one time where he got wrecked. Game over, however, doing again better than they did last match, and a lot closer to what they did the match before that. But still some kinks to be worked out.
Sure. As
always.
You know,
it's a hard comparison to make at this point because Lamp is getting it a lot back together, and they have incredible player talent on that team. So while they're struggling a little bit strategically, it's hard to go toe-to-toe with them, even if you don't have ping issues, and Game Over does. So perhaps not the best match to evaluate how much Game Over has improved.
Sure. All right. But again, congratulations to Lamp for picking up that first victory of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, if you missed anything tonight, let's go over really quickly the scores. Up first, we had #RU versus Maple Freedom. #RU taking it 5-4 in a tiebreaker, followed by Noble beating Rival 5-1. Third, we had Simp versus High Voltage. High Voltage winning 5-2. And finally, what you guys just saw, Lamp versus Game Over as well, winning 5-2. Going through that, David, out of just the whole matches, all 4 matches, what was some of the highlights for you? Because I definitely know what mine was.
I mean, FV304 going TD mode on a 5100 right there at the end.
That was so awesome.
Was entertaining, but it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't an obvious highlight.
But it was fun.
I'd have to say, just the overall High Voltage Simp map in general, or match in general, was just one long highlight for the most part.
Absolutely. I was going to say the ending of that was the highlight for me when High Voltage just took it. Just in a quick, crazy cap against Simp. I mean, I can't wait to watch that on the replays. But again, congratulations to all the victors tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, follow us on Facebook and YouTube, /WGLNA. Thank you for all of who watched on BattleViewer.com. If you didn't, you have a chance to redeem yourself. Thursday, July 23rd, that's right, in 2 days. We have some fantastic matchups for you guys. Let's take a look at those. Up first, we're going to have Elevate versus 07, followed by Synergy versus Maple Freedom. Third is going to be Refuse facing off against Rival. And finally, #RU fighting off against High Voltage. Some explosive and fantastic battles sure to come Thursday, July 23rd. As always, David, on behalf of everyone here, I'm not talking to you actually, I'm talking to them. On behalf of everyone here at WGLNA, that has been David Williams. I am Christian Toma, and as always, thanks for stopping by.